So I learned something today. I learned that I shouldn't title these things as far as the intro goes until I'm actually done with the week, because I got a little bit ahead of myself, and after my training sessions on Monday and Tuesday, I called this training week Rebound because this Monday squat session and Tuesday deadlift session went really, really well. In fact, these are probably the best squats have felt and looked for me in a long time. And that's saying a lot because I've been fairly tired, as you guys have known. I complain in almost every single video, but things I think are getting better. And I was really hopeful that this week was like, all right, I'm finally back on track. And again, I'm trying to implement that positive attitude we've talked about before. And I say get ahead of myself only because the latter half of the week is always a lot tougher, especially when I take a look at some of the intensity that we're doing. I made a post on Instagram the other day too with that set of squats from Thursday, which was I think 529 pounds. You guys will see that in a second. But when I was talking to Bryce about training around having a baby and whatnot, and still trying to make sure that I don't lose too much strength, which I think we both assume that that's going to happen some, he said we can either shave intensity or drop volume. Or vice versa, drop intensity and shave volume. Did I just say the same thing? I don't know. I'm confused greatly. But what we definitely decided to do is drop the volume. So I'm only really doing like 6 working sets of squats per week and probably like 7 working sets of deadlift per week. So it's not a ton. But that being said, it's still pretty intense in terms of the percentages we're using, and these last 2 days were a testament to that. So as I mentioned, here's the set of 529 for a set of 3. I was actually really happy with how these moved and felt for the most part. I'm still dealing with that rib issue in my back, but I have a feeling that it's going to start to subside some. I dealt with this a couple of months ago, and just one of those things of being an old man. And bench has been feeling really well too, as it usually has, which is funny because it's still by far my worst lift. I've really enjoyed putting these strips down like I showed in the video before because I find my feet are a lot more stable and I get a lot more drive, and bench has been feeling better every single day, which is all I can really ask for. Now, this last set of deadlifts for the week was extremely slow and pretty heavy for the most part, and I think the squats the day before took more out of me than I had realized. That being said, even though these looked pretty tough, they felt really good, so I didn't feel like I was breaking down too much, and they're slow, but I definitely felt I could have got 1 or 2 more out of this. And then finally ending the week fairly strong for me, someone who has a poverty bench, with a top set of 2 at 140 or 309 pounds. Again, I felt like I probably could have got 1 or 2 more reps. Elbow shot back a little bit early here in this rep, but I was able to kind of recover and still pretty smooth in my opinion. So talk to you guys next week.